Welcome to Manga Pow, and today let's kick off our Throwback series where we look at anime and manga you may have missed over the years. So let's talk about Tower of Druaga. Is it a fantasy satire, a love drama, or a generic tower scaling anime? The answer is yes. So let's kick it off. It's based on an arcade game from the 80s, the wonderful 8-bit era of gaming. Around the same time, the first Legend of Zelda game came out. Ah, nostalgia. And that's the feeling you're gonna get from this anime throughout. The first season came out in 2008, with a sequel in 2009. It's a story you've heard 100 times, the classic RPG tower story. A group of adventurers with different personalities and motives come together to climb a tower and kill the evil demon lord. Or in this case, the evil god Druaga. But don't switch off just yet, especially if you're a gamer, as the series does a great job in bringing out the nostalgic feeling and the personality that keeps you engaged and fulfilled until the end. This review will only be of the first season, as the second season gets all serious for some reason. The first episode is legendary. It's non-stop parodies, taking the full piss out of the fantasy adventure genre. And as with all good satire, it looks at what's going on around it and pokes fun of the saturated fantasy anime market. Basically, the humor throughout complements the story and leaves you wanting more. I dare you to watch it and not genuinely laugh. It's a decades-old anime, but the first episode is still one of the funniest episodes of anime I have ever seen. Admittedly, the first episode is actually very different from the rest of the series. In fact, you could say it's an entirely different anime, but the core humor is carried throughout the series, albeit not to the heights of the first. The humor of the first episode definitely caught me, but it'd be wrong to think of this purely as a comedy, as certain characters are always there to remind you that there's a serious story ongoing, and the first season touches on the romantic drama that will likely unfold. And this leads me to discuss what will keep you engaged throughout the series, and that's its mixed bag of characters and the riveting story. Well, it's not really riveting, but it works. Each character in our group is genuinely charming. Let's start off with our main protagonist, Jill. He's a true optimist. He wants to climb the tower and defeat the evil god, though he has no skill to do so. But you root for him anyway. His try hard and not giving up attitude is something that will keep you engaged and entertained throughout. He's mostly a good guy, except for the gender swapping scenes. Yes, there are gender swapping scenes, but overall, he's a good moral driven character that wishes to change the world through his way of the ninja. Wait, that's the wrong anime, but you get the point. We also have Kaya, and she's basically the love plot. Yeah. She mirrors Jill, as both are confident and try hard, happy-go-lucky people, but they're both missing something, and maybe they'll find what they're missing with each other. Yeah, you get where the story's going. The rest of our main party is Amy, the brave but quirky knight, Melt, the pervy mage, and Cooper, Melt's responsible retainer who obstructs him from his immoral tendencies. The story, as mentioned, is generic, but the way it interweaves the comedy and character interactions makes it a charming tale filled with personality. If you want a good laugh, you could actually just watch episodes 1 and 5, but if you're like me, you're going to be hooked and want to watch the whole thing. If I was to find a negative, I would say it's the animation. It feels dated, but it's an anime that's a decade old, so that kind of makes sense. To wrap up, I would say Season 1 does a great job of luring in new viewers and keeping them engaged for what's to come in the second, more story-geared season. It's filled with moments that will make you laugh, and the nostalgia will make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. As always, if you like this video, give it the old thumbs up, tell a friend, and all that good stuff. Feel free to request any manga or manhwa or anime you'd like to discuss next time. So yeah, thanks for watching.